Oh, well hello there. I hope you're hungry for some grilled cheese. Yes, that's right. Today, we're going to be cooking up some grilled cheese. Now obviously an important part of a grilled cheese is, well, the cheese and the bread and everything else that I'm going to put on it. But you got to have a foundation. So that's where the bread comes into play. There's many different types of bread to choose from, like this white, the honey wheat. Heck, you could use the tortilla, make quesadilla, or if you want to get funky with it, try a bagel. I'm going to go with the honey wheat. Now to start this off, you're going to want a good clean work base. Maybe a paper plate to avoid cross-contamination of the bread and the cheese before it is absolutely necessary. I also like to get a couple of them, set up a couple different stations for a few of my ingredients. So I like to lay them out. And then I'm going to take 2 slices of bread. Golden brown honey wheat. Nothing like it. Now that we got the bread, we're going to need stuff to put on it. To the fridge! Now, we're making a grilled cheese today, so we're going to need some cheese to put on the grill to make it a grilled cheese. I think I'm going to go with the sharp cheddar cheese. Cheddar's my favorite, especially extra sharp. Now we'll need something to put on the bread to make it kind of toasty. Butter. But I can't believe it's not butter. And my personal favorite, yellow mustard. Oh, almost forgot. I like to put ham on mine too. Now I know what you're thinking. Yellow mustard on a grilled cheese sandwich? I thought that too, until I tried it. A secret ingredient of an old friend, if you will. And I've never made one without it now. Alright, now that we've gathered all the supplies, it's time to start putting it all together. Now, I don't really have any real recipe for this. Not that you would need one. But I do like to lather up my buns with, I can't believe it's not butter. Now that the buns are lathered, it's time to pick up a pan. Pan, round, square. Here we are, a nice flat square pan. You can use a round one, but I prefer the square. Now I like to get my pan the right temperature before I start cooking. That way it just kind of flows easier. Now, I usually cook on a medium to medium high temperature. Now it's time to add the other ingredient, one that is key and should not be overlooked. And that is our good old friend, garlic salt. I feel garlic salt is an essential for bringing out the flavors in the bread. Now, like I was saying earlier, I don't really have a recipe, but it's important to weigh stuff out. So we got about 0.1 ounce or roughly 4 grams of garlic salt. Now we'll want to roughly combine 2 grams of garlic salt per slice of bread. Buttered side, of course. There. Now that we've got that combined, it's time to measure out the cheese. Here we are. 1/3 of a cup. I like to add 1/3 of a cup to each slice of the bread. So, roughly 10/15 of a cup per sandwich. Now add the cheese to the third of a cup. There, that looks about level. Now that we have the cheese measured out, let's measure out 2 slices of ham. Well, this is deli thin, so let's go with 3. Now measure the weight. 56 grams, or 1.9 ounces. Perfect. Well, now that we've got everything measured out, it's time to play a little cleanup. Now comes the fun part. It's time to cook. Add the bread to the hot pan. Butter side down, of course. Now, I like to add both pieces at once, both face down, to get them both kind of jump start kind of cooking. Now it's time for that secret ingredient, the yellow mustard. This will make it taste real good. There. Now it doesn't take much, just kind of gives it a extra kick, if you will. Alright, well now it's time to add a third of a cup of cheese to each bread slice. Now try not to spill much or you're going to have yourself a mess to clean up.
Now I know what you're thinking. That is a lot of cheese. But the reason I think I know that is because I think it's a lot of cheese. So I just assume you're thinking that too. No, I haven't forgotten about the ham. And no, you don't want to put cold ham on your sandwich. So let's fry it up. Now it doesn't take long for the ham to get warm. Once it starts steaming, put it on the sandwich. Now, if we were to just put 2 pieces of ham together on the sandwich, well, the sandwich wouldn't stay together. So we need some sort of a gluing kind of substance. Cheddar cheese. There, that should be enough. Now it's time to perform the flip. Now that we got the flip done, scoot it to the center of the pan so it'll evenly cook. Now let it cook on each side for a couple minutes until they're golden brown. There, golden brown on each side. Time to remove. Now that we're done cooking, let's clean up again. Don't watch a hot pan. Everything's coming together now. All that's left is slice it down the middle and enjoy. But I prefer down the middle. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I make a damn good sandwich. Oh, good. I'm Tim Morris, and that's it for this episode of
Great Tasty Food!